All right, so excited to introduce some of this work to you all for pelvic floor health. So pelvic floor, it's that whole area down here. And you know, we have lots, even though it's internal and we can't see them on the outside, we have muscles that we use down there. Just think about, sorry, we're gonna get a little personal here, girls, but if you're not sure what your pelvic floor muscles are, you might want to think about, you're in the bathroom and somebody mistakenly bolts in and you like have to stop the pee. Those are muscles, right, that you contract in. And that's part of the pelvic floor. So that's kind of what we're talking about. If you're like, I don't even know what you're talking about, that's a good way to at least to start to think about it. All right, so if you're on a ball, I'm on a ball, but you again don't have to be. And you're just sitting in a cross-legged position. Now for this, I'm gonna ask you guys to shut your eyes and go in. This is a feeling sense, okay? There's nothing for you to see. You're not gonna see my pelvic floor muscles engaged, so you don't have to watch me. And if you can, oh dear God, don't tell me. Okay, so shutting eyes. Now, you know how I'm always talking about the sit bone muscles, okay? So the sit bone muscles are like your little hip bones that you have on the right side and the left side. So that's if you're not sure, you can always kind of move around on the ball to just kind of connect to your sit bones. So we have those left to right, and then we have our pubic bone in the front and our tailbone in the back. That's your front to back. Okay, so we actually have 4 points we're going to be working. Let's begin with the sit bones though. So for me, this visualization works, so hopefully it'll work for you. I want you to visualize your sit bones like elevator doors, okay? And I want you to close the elevator doors. So you're pulling the sit bones in towards each other. You're closing the elevator doors. And now once the doors are closed, I want you to start to lift up in the elevator. So feel everything pulling up. So let's go to the first floor. Keep pulling to the second floor, third floor. Let's go fourth floor here, fifth floor, lingerie, bing. Keep it up there though. Now let's just start to drop it back to fourth floor, third floor, second floor. Can you hold there for just a sec? And then relax down first floor, basement, and just completely relax those muscles. All right, so that's what we're talking about with bringing them in and up. Now, that was our sides. Connect to your pubic bone and your tailbone, so front and back. So front and back, we're gonna kind of pull those to the center. For this one, I like zipping everything up. See if that works for you. So like a tight pair of jeans, all right? So you're into the center. Now we're gonna just start to zip the pants up. So you're zipping them up. You're coming up, they're hip huggers. Their waist, their high waist pants. Now we're gonna zip all the way up to under the rib cage. Pause. Let's unzip slowly. We're gonna zip back down, maybe to the belly button, maybe pause there. And then unzip those pants and say, oh, thank goodness they are off because they were way too tight, and relax. Okay, so thumbs up. Could you connect at least a little bit to some of that? Good. Now, I just want to say, if you can't, there's nothing wrong with you. Don't worry. The more you do it, the more you tell the brain and you focus, you will get there, okay? We have lots of reasons why we might not be brain to body connected to these muscles down here, but you can reconnect them. And if you're looking to cinch in here and have good, pelvic floor health, no incontinence, etc., it's really important, okay? So let's go all four together. You ready? So of course you got to keep the eyes shut because this takes a lot of concentration. So first we're going to bring our elevator doors together. Then we're going to bring our zipper front to back, all four corners. Bring it up. So you're going to start to just feel it raise up. You can even pull that belly button in and up to keep it pulling up, up. See if you can bring it all the way up, all the way up, all the way up, all the way up to maybe your neck, maybe even out there. And then slowly start to drop it down. I'm going to pause this for a second. So drop it a little bit and pause. So you're holding, really contracting those muscles. And now slowly you're releasing everything down, down, down. And at the bottom, can you get the sense of complete relaxation? You're relaxing them down. The relaxation is as important as the pulling up, right? A lot of women can't relax those pubic muscles. Those are subconscious contractions. So even the relax is as important, okay? You guys feel like you have a little bit of a sense of what that was then? Okay, all right, now, very good. So now we're gonna go on to our backs. If you have a ball, I want you to put the ball between your knees. If you don't, you can always use a pillow. If you happen to have a pillow there, you can use a paper towel, roll of paper towels. If you don't have anything, it's okay. Watch, do without it, and then you can always come back because we're gonna be doing this again. All right, so I'm gonna put my ball between my legs, between the knees, feet about hip width apart, and I just want you to lie down there on the ground with that ball between the knees. I'll give you a second to kind of get yourself there. I think I probably want to drop my camera just a little bit while you're adjusting there. You're probably like, okay, Renee, that's good. Let's just, class closed. We're done. We're just laying here. This feels good. Okay, so now what I want you to do is squeeze the ball, release the ball. And when you squeeze the ball, what are you feeling? Are you feeling those lower belly muscles contract? Release the ball. Squeeze the ball. So one of the reasons that using the ball to squeeze and release is it's going to give you that sense of how all these muscles work together, right? So when you squeeze that ball using those inner thigh muscles, don't you feel the lower belly engage and release? So it'll teach you how your body's actually working. Now, here's what I want you to do. I'm going to give a gentle squeeze to the ball. And now I want you to reconnect your brain to what we just did. So in other words, think about your sit bones, the elevator closing, front and back closing. And now I want you to just start to tip the lower back up slightly. This is called a pelvic tilt. Now in this position, your lower back is pressing down in the ground. Pull your belly button back towards the ground. But when you're in that good tilt, the only thing that you don't feel on the ground is your glutes or the booty, okay? And now release it all out and allow your tailbone to drop down. So do a couple of just like the tilts and release. A tilt and a release, just so you start to get a sense of that. So now I'm gonna assume that you're released. So we're going to tilt up one more time. So take a moment, instead of just tilting, like I have to really focus on, okay, sit bones in, front and back. And now I'm going to tilt. I'm going to feel my lower back pressing down, belly button. And now all I want you guys to do in that slight tilt, like you can't really even see that I'm doing it. I want you to squeeze the ball, release. Squeeze the ball, release. Keep pressing lower back. Squeeze the ball, release. Squeeze, release. Keep going. And every time you squeeze with that tilt, what do you feel? If you're not sure, you can even put your hand on the belly to see what you might feel contracting and releasing. Give me 5, release. Oh, by the way, did I mention this is great for inner thighs? 3, release. Keep pressing lower back. 2, release. 1, release. Your inner thighs are like crying right now, right? Keep that tilt. Now we're going to do a little combination. Here's the combination. I want you to squeeze the ball 2 times, then tip up even more, pressing lower back, and pause. So it's a squeeze, squeeze, tilt up, and pause. Squeeze, squeeze, keep the tilt, press the lower back, belly in the ground, and hold. Squeeze, squeeze. Tip up, lower belly, and pause. Give me just one more. Squeeze the ball, tip up, pressing lower back, and hold. Very good. Now in this position, your booty's up. I just want you to draw some nice hip circles. Can you do some circles with those hips? Where the lower back stays on the ground, the only thing you don't want to touch the booty if you can. So you're trying to think about how can you get circles there with those hips. You'll feel when you have to draw the belly button in to keep it. And if you have a hard time connecting to that, don't worry. It will come with time. And then go the other way. Going the other way. What are you feeling? All right, good work. I'm going to let you drop it down and tilt. It should feel good after all that. You thought we were done, but we just have one more thing to do today with this, okay? So I want you to, again, come to more of a neutral spine. Good. I want you to squeeze the ball gently, just a gentle squeeze. Connect the 4 points. Tilt up. Good, so feel the tilt up with just the booty, lower back, belly pressing. And now I want you to tip up just a little bit more. So now lower back is also up, but only the lower back and booty. Belly button still pressing down. Here we go with that same combination. You ready? Squeeze the ball, tip up and hold. Squeeze, squeeze, press it up and hold. Squeeze, squeeze, press it up and hold. Give me 2 more. Squeeze, squeeze, tip up. Remember, no lower back or belly buttons pressing, hold. Release, last one. Tip up, squeeze, squeeze, tip up, hold. And release that ball and roll all the way on down. And yes, aren't you going to feel so good bringing those knees in, giving yourself a good hug and some little rolls there. Woo! You can take that ball from between the legs, put it down. Good. This is a really nice little roll up too. You might want to try. So you can either do it just, getting momentum, but if you want to use it for a really good stretch, if you have your knees shoulder width, hands here, good. And I'm going to do it first with pointed toes. Come up, press the leg into the hand. So you're pressing the leg into the hand, curl the back. And you're pressing the hand into the leg into the hand, leg into the hand, and roll all the way back. And then you can do more of like a Barbie toe as you press it in, press, press, press. You get a really good lower back stretch there and back. And I'm just going to do my last one with a flex foot, which is even harder. So again, I'm pressing my leg into my hand, curl the back, keep pressing it away from the torso to bring yourself up. Or just rock up, or just curl over on your side and come on up. It'll all work. It'll all work. So good, you guys. And let's do a bit of a stretch out now, which will feel good. So if you can do it here, I can bring mine close, wherever it's good for you, just to get some little butterfly stretches. Little butterfly stretches. Looks like pretty much all of you have the flexibility to do this. Oh. And you are done with the first Restore the Core. Great work. I'm going to go ahead and turn off this recording.